Yes, this is Reginald Vanderhoff.
What's going on, Reginald?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Nothing much.
Okay, we got a bit of a delay here, but that's okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Reginald Vanderhoff, Old School Championship Wrestling. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So just to give our fans an idea, generally we ask the independent talent just to give an idea of what your company's about and a little bit background information on yourself. And then
Right. Old School Championship Wrestling. We're an independent group. We're based in Charleston, more specifically, I guess, the Goose Creek area, which is like right outside of the Charleston area. We held shows about every 6 weeks at a place called Weekends Pub, which is 428 Red Bank Road for any of you listeners that are in the Charleston, Goose Creek area. 428 Red Bank Road, that's in Goose Creek. Shows on Sunday, 6 p.m. This weekend, Sunday, we're going to have Al Snow. We'll actually be wrestling our Universal Champion, Chris Mayne, and Robert Gibson, one half of the Rock and Roll Express, will also be there signing autographs. So it should be a good show. There should be somewhere between 7 to 9 matches on the card, and it's a good time for all.
And I hear Malachi, who's been on this program before, will also be on the.
I'm a little disappointed in Malachi. He was part of our organization, which was once known as the Company, is now known as the Dynasty. And we've had some issues as of late, so I'm a little disappointed in him. I don't know what he's thinking. Why he thinks all of a sudden he feels the need to listen to the fans and not listen to myself. But we've got some plans for Malachi this weekend.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. That young man is just asking for a lot of trouble.
That's cool. He was a little combative, when he came here. So I'm happy to see that he's, turned his attitude a little bit.
Oh, I'm not happy about it at all. That attitude was winning matches for him. That attitude was winning titles for him in OSCW. Now he's, he wants to be Mr. Goody Two Shoes and play up to the fans and. I don't understand what the kid's problem is. This is a guy, just to give you a little background, this is a guy that I have personally managed on and off for probably about 7 years. We came into Old School Wrestling probably about 4 years ago together. I think Old School's been around for about 4 years. And basically he's been hardcore champion, tag team champion. I've done everything in the world that I could do for him other than bring him to the heavyweight championship. And basically, this guy has just stabbed me in the back, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, may I just play devil's advocate here?
Sure.
And maybe it's the fact that you are unable to get him to that heavyweight championship status that maybe that is why he's left you.
No, not at all. What? This is the thing, and I'm speaking to Darius, right, or is this Demetrius?
Yeah, this is Darius. We also got
Darius.
Demetrius.
Okay, and Caribbean Playboy is there too. I just want everybody. See, I've been listening to the show. I'm trying to keep up. This is my first time on the show. So, but what I was going to say about Malachi needed to realize, when we were the Company, and the Dynasty is going to be the same way, and we're going to reintroduce ourselves to the fans on Sunday night. But what the Dynasty is and what the Company was a team. And Malachi wanted to be this individual player and go off on his own and do things, and that's just not the way we do business. The gentleman that I have now, Chris Mayne, the event Chris Mayne, which will be taking on Al Snow in the main event this Sunday, Rufio Rush, who's been a former tag team champion and partner of Malachi's, and also the new sensation John Schuyler, who won the Carolinas Rookie of the Year award through an independent fan vote. We're a team. We work together. We're in this for the glory of the group, not the glory of the individual. And that's something Malachi couldn't understand. If you've ever seen the kid, he's all about being buff and his body and all this kind of stuff. And I think he was paying more attention to the women, paid so much attention to women that he became one, and decided to leave the group.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Wow.
I mean, this isn't personal, is it? I mean, business is business.
It's business for me. It might be personal for him, but I mean, I'm going to, I take whatever steps is necessary to eliminate whatever competition and obstacles that are in my way and is in the dynasty's way. And if Malachi wants to step in the way of us regaining, the tag team championship or whatever championship we happen to be going after, the OSCW heavyweight title or just name it, then he's somebody that's got to be taken care of.
Okay. Well, I'll be in attendance on this Sunday, so I'll get to see front row and center whether who gets taken care of who. But will you be in the corner versus Al Snow this weekend?
I will be in the corner of the event. Chris Main, who is taking on Al Snow as Sunday in the main event. So I will be in the corner.
All right.
You will be front row to all of my managerial greatness. You will watch Al Snow's final match anywhere. So I hope a lot of fans come to see it because Al Snow will probably at the very least limp out of Weekend's Pub on Sunday.
Oh wow! All right.
But he won't be wrestling anymore.
Ouch! That's some strong words there.
Well, I've had a year to study Al Snow. Malachi wrestled Al Snow last year, so I've had an entire year to game plan for this guy. He brings that illegal mannequin head. I'm going to take care of all that on Sunday. We've got a game plan for Al Snow. Chris Main will do what Malachi could not do last year.
So Snow came out. Were you in the corner of Malachi last year when Snow beat your guy?
I was. Yes, unfortunately, I was. That is a bitter pill to swallow when somebody comes into your organization. I mean, I feel like Al Snow's an outsider. I mean, he comes in, he takes his payday, and he wants to go home, and he thinks he's going to have an easy night. Well, I promise him, he's going to bleed and sweat for everything he gets on Sunday.
So why can the fans expect that tonight's outcome will be any different? We have the same person leading. Because
Chris Main is a different wrestler.
Okay.
Chris Main's a different man. Chris Main is 20 times as talented as Malachi ever could hope to be. Chris Main is more determined to beat Al Snow than Malachi was. Malachi's a playboy. He's a ladies' man. He's
wrong with that.
Well, no, there's nothing wrong with that, but he's more interested in showing off than making money and taking care of business. And that was my problem, and that's been the whole reason behind this split.
Well, I was going to suggest that you enlist the Caribbean Playboy to join your stable, but I'm not sure he's going to be much different.
Well, I tell you, if you can't take care of business, you don't belong in the dynasty. That's all I have to say about that. I've had a Playboy and a sex icon. I don't need any more guys that aren't focused.
Yeah, Shane's definitely focused on the left. So
focus on the ladies after you take care of business is what I have to say. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the ladies. I mean, I'm one of the guy. I'm the guy that took Kelly Kapowski away from Zach Morris. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with women. But take care of your business first.
That's a Saved by the Bell reference for all you young people out there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I heard you made fun of my MySpace, but that's okay. Huge fan of that. If Jimmy Fallon's out there listening, I'm behind the campaign all the way. Reunite that cast. Some good stuff, man.
We've got a couple questions from in the chat room. We've got
sure.
Kevin is asking, is OSCW looking to get a TV deal? Do you know anything about that?
I know there have been some discussions. We have just discovered a new HD station that's in Summerville, South Carolina, which is right outside our area. They haven't been picked up by any major cable systems. I think you have to have a digital antenna to tune them in. But they just signed a deal with, I believe it's called Showcase All-Star Wrestling, which is based out of Nashville, Tennessee. I believe, I could be wrong here, this may be Kid Cash's group, or I know he wrestles for him. So we're talking about maybe proposing a deal to those guys. It's like, hey, you've got independent wrestling on your station. Why not one that's based here in the area? So it's something that's being talked about. I don't want to go into too much detail because nothing's been finalized.